Next, the events of chapter 7 take place during the Assyrian threat over the nation of Judah during the reign of King Ahaz, the father of Hezekiah. The kings of Israel and Aram wanted Judah to join them in battle against Assyria. Ahaz refused, and the armies of Israel and Aram surrounded Jerusalem. Isaiah offered a sign to Ahaz that God would protect Jerusalem. Ahaz had already planned on siding with the Assyrians, so he refused the sign. Isaiah condemned his lack of faith and offered the sign anyway. And he said, "The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and will call him Emmanuel. He will be eating curds and honey when he knows enough to reject the wrong and choose the right. For before the boy knows enough to reject the wrong and choose the right, the land of the two kings you dread will be laid waste." Emmanuel means God with us. In the New Testament, Jesus was referred to as Emmanuel because he was born of a virgin and was also God with us. But Ahaz chose to trust in Assyria instead of God. The Assyrians did conquer and destroy Aram and Israel, and Isaiah warned the people about Assyria's incredible power. The land would experience devastation and fertile areas would become desolate. In chapters 8 through 10, we see that God used Isaiah and his children as signs. Isaiah had 2 sons. His second-born son was named Maher-shalal-hash-baz, which means quickly to the plunder. He would serve as a sign to the people, and that before the time would come when he was old enough to say mommy or daddy, the Assyrians would have put an end to the threat of Israel and Aram by rushing quickly to plunder them. Isaiah's firstborn son was named Shear-Jashub, which means a remnant shall return. Later, Shear-Jashub was to be a sign to the people that even though Jerusalem would be destroyed in the future, God would bring a faithful remnant of his people back from exile to the land he had given them. But before the time of this faithful remnant, Judah would certainly be judged. Isaiah condemned those who consulted mediums instead of consulting God. He claimed that the insights of the mediums only gave a lack of sight to those who listened, and they dwelled in darkness. However, Isaiah offers a ray of hope as well. The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of deep darkness a light has dawned. For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the greatness of his government and peace there will be no end, and he will reign on David's throne and over his kingdom, establishing and upholding it with justice and righteousness from that time on and forever. The zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this. In these chapters, Isaiah speaks of the Lord's anger against Israel. Israel hardened herself to God's judgments, and God used Assyria as an instrument of punishment against his people. The Assyrians never realized the role they played in God's plan, and instead became proud and arrogant. God says, "Does the axe raise itself above the person who swings it, or the saw boast against the one who uses it?" And so God promised to judge Assyria as well. After this, Isaiah tells us about the remnant of Israel. He says, "In that day, the remnant of Israel, the survivors of Jacob, will no longer rely on him who struck them down, but will truly rely on the Lord, the Holy One of Israel. A remnant will return, a remnant of Jacob will return to the mighty God. Though your people be like the sand by the sea, Israel, only a remnant will return." Remember, Shear-Jashub means a remnant shall return. Isaiah then describes a branch who would come up from the line of Jesse, David's father. He says, "A shoot will come up from the stump of Jesse. From his roots a branch will bear fruit. The Spirit of the Lord will rest on him, the Spirit of wisdom and of understanding, the Spirit of counsel and of might, the Spirit of the knowledge and fear of the Lord, and he will delight in the fear of the Lord." This Messiah, or Anointed One, would be empowered by the Spirit of the Lord to lead the nations. He will not judge by what he sees with his eyes, or decide by what he hears with his ears, but with righteousness he will judge the needy. With justice he will give decisions for the poor of the earth. He would bring peace to all people, and even the animals themselves would no longer destroy each other. The wolf will live with the lamb, the leopard will lie down with the goat, the calf and the lion and the yearling together, and a little child will lead them. The cow will feed with the bear, their young will lie down together, and the lion will eat straw like the ox. The infant will play near the cobra's den, and the young child will put its hand into the viper's nest. They will neither harm nor destroy on all my holy mountain, for the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. Chapter 12 contains songs of praise, saying, "I will praise you, Lord. Although you were angry with me, your anger has turned away, and you have comforted me. Give praise to the Lord, proclaim his name. Make known among the nations what he has done, and proclaim that his name is exalted."